welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here on EA Sports. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
2 and out on 1st down. Open man, that's Devin Duvernay.
Now, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big...
And he will score. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Williams. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down. Here's Williams now to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Moore. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Let's go.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. That is caught downfield by Odunze. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Chicago.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught by the tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Tyreek now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A shotgun snap for Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Tua. A throw on the move is caught. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Duvernay with the grab. Down the sideline. And he's in. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Miami. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The drive will start on the ground. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Williams. Over the middle, that's Kmet. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down. And in motion is Brown. Third and long. Here's Williams. A throw right side is intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Here's 2. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I will be right back after this. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Tua gonna throw. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Williams. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's across midfield. This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another first.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Williams to the air once more. That is hauled in at the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Tyreek now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On first down, here's Tungo Vailoa to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. Here's Tungo Vailoa. To the outside, that's caught by Hill.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. Quick throw, taken in. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Again, it's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25. To the air again, Tungo Vailoa. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Patterson's kick is good. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Williams to throw on second down. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Ready up. Trap 60, trap 60. Set. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the shot. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Tungo Vailoa. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Look wide, get this one complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Here's Achane. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Duvernay in motion. One more time, it's Achane. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They snap it to Tua. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On comes Patterson for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Whoa! They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Second and a yard. Throwing is Williams. That's a short throw caught by Kmet, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Let's go.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 6.
19 Lions. Here we go. Here we
Moore
go.
going in motion. On third down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Here now, 3rd and 5. A play fake. Now 2 at a throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Quick hitting slant there. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Micah McFadden. And the Dolphins are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level, playing and giving the ball away.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Down the field, he's got Duvernay. A big-time play for the Dolphins. It's a gain of 49. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Achane. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings them.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Patterson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Second down and 3.
Here we go.
They'll stick with him again. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Let's go.
Now a give on the ground. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Another big-time run right here, Mike, and it's pretty clear for everyone to see what the plan is for this drive. It's to turn around and continue to feed the back, because right now, the defense has no answers to stop him.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff running right.
Another carry for the running back. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Trying to pick this one up on the ground. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. That is a 1st National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Tyreek now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.